Hey, it's the dawn of a new day, everyone. Red Dead Online is out, meaning that we can finally stop playing Grand Theft Auto Online after like 5 years. But how long will it take for Rockstar to fuck us with some kind of rainbow horse or a bolt-action laser rifle? Get ready to grind out this dusty bowl of dude soup.
Dusty bowl.
I tried to name my character Gasham, and they filtered that out.
Ash Ketchum.
The character creator or the name creator in Red Dead is really specific.
Yeah, it was. Well, I think it was because they found the word gash offensive.
Yeah, but they also have certain country names you're not allowed to have for a horse
really?
name. Yeah, it's really odd.
Because I also tried to name my character Clungy, and Clungy didn't work either.
I couldn't name my horse Bender. It said no to Bender.
That's weird.
Because Bend?
Who knows?
Makes no sense for single player. You should name your horse whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, whatever
in single
you want.
player.
Yeah.
That's for you, Omar.
Because I guess then you can like put out clips and screenshots. I don't know, man. People got in trouble for beating up suffragettes in single player.
I can also write whatever word I want on this table, take a photo of it, and put it out to the world.
Well, the
You
name.
can still
gotta ban this
name
table.
your rival in Pokemon whatever you want. I called mine Daddy.
Nice.
Why did
Didn't
you do
expect to
that?
see Daddy, did
It's
you?
really funny.
They're
That's
like,
weird.
I attack Daddy.
Like, ooh, Daddy did so good.
Oh boy.
That's
weird
great.
Welcome to the Dude Soup Podcast. This podcast is brought to you by 3 sponsors. You can get $75 off your Burrow couch today at burrow.com/dude. You get 3 months of wireless for $20 by going to mintmobile.com/dude. And if you go to tipsyelves.com and use our code DUDESOUP, you get 20% off your entire order, site-wide discount. Tipsy Elves. Yeah, one is already
There it is. You're
rocking
already wearing
that. We got another pile over here.
Oh, you want to hear something really sad?
What's up?
I would name the Final Fantasy VII characters, the females, after girls who I liked in my high school.
Oh, that's so nice.
But you feel like you failed them when they get hit in battle or go down. Or
I
whatever.
named the hottest one Tifa or whatever. I used Tifa to be the hottest one because I knew she wouldn't die.
Nice. But you knew Eris was going to go down from...
Yeah, that was like
She's too pure.
that was like a one and done.
Who sells flowers in the slums? Come on.
Aerith,
She's got
Are we talking about
material.
Final Fantasy right
Yeah,
now,
we
or
are.
Adam's love life?
Both.
lack thereof, Bruce. Also, is it Eris
is
or
married.
Aerith?
Yeah, I don't know who it. You asked
It's
him.
Eris.
Aerith.
Aerith.
Depends which god culture you subscribe to.
I think in the game it's Aerith.
It's
God
Aerith in
culture.
Japan.
Ugh,
I don't know. It sounds like you're from Catalogne. You're like, it's Aerith.
Well, I
You mean like Ibiza?
Ibiza, yeah. Super.
I am Lawrence, your podcast host, joined by Bruce, Old Lady Green,
That's right.
Adam, Old Kentucky Kovic,
Hi.
and Alana, Old Dangles Pierce. I don't know. It was just kind of whatever
Yeah.
came to mind.
Oh,
It sounds like you got something pierced and it's dangling.
Yeah? All right, that
I
works.
don't have any of those.
I know.
I forgot to start my timer. Damn it. So one of these days we'll start exactly at 2, and then I won't need to. Hold on.
that'll never happen.
No, that's
He has
not
like
right.
a calculator open.
Yeah. Whoop.
Are you
Do
doing?
you want me to just time it on my phone?
Nah, I got it.
or
Now
you
we're
could just
rolling.
look at the time that you started. Oh, whatever.
Could also
what
do that.
was it?
Add an hour.
I don't know. You would have to look.
Go.
Yeah, it's too late. Too late now.
It's about 2:10.
It's about, yeah. Every time I've done about, then I go over. So I gotta have actual numbers to stare at. But my command center's up and working now. So
Laptop.
yeah, it's just a
It's
laptop.
just a laptop.
Well, it's got windows. They're all arranged.
Look, it's more than what they had when they sent people to the moon.
Is this
Look
a
at that.
picture of
You're
you that
doing
it
good.
has on it,
Yep.
by the way?
That's how everybody
So you know
knows.
it's Lawrence's laptop.
Cool.
Look at this. Look at this command deck. Look at all this stuff I got. Adam, look at it.
You got 2 browser windows and a timer.
That's a lot.
I guess.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's no folding at home, but it's that.
Are those chroma keys? Can you sync them up with your Razer headset?
I
And your Razer
can.
keyboard?
Yep.
And
And your Razer mouse?
all the
Sync it up
same
with all
color.
lights on the set and everything. Yeah, that's important. All right, so the big thing is Red Dead 2 Online went live just like hours ago, as of the podcast was recording. It's pretty interesting. It seems pretty similar to Grand Theft Auto Online so far. Illogical Mods on Twitter got a rundown of all the modes. There's adversary modes, deathmatch, team deathmatch, an open race, which is kind of interesting. You have to race through all the signal fires around an area, but they can be crossed in any order. Interesting. Point-to-point races. There's jobs where you hunt down outlaws and stuff. A battle royale mode called Make It Count. Quote, a true test of resourcefulness. Use nothing but a bow and a handful of arrows to be the last one standing. With a gradually shrinking player area, there's nowhere to run.
No guns.
It says just bows and knife.
And also, how many people?
like that.
How many people can you play in that?
So other modes have up to 32.
So battle royale is 32.
It might be 32. I don't know. I didn't see it.
Console, that makes sense.
It does, yeah.
But
I mean, they had what?
No,
80
they-
in Blackout. And
Yeah.
then they have 100 in Fortnite and stuff
that's
like
true.
that. So
I'm not
it's
sure.
totally possible.
do you parachute in?
Probably ride in,
Hot
your
air
horse
balloon.
dies.
Yeah. Oh
You're
yeah.
dirigible.
They do have hot air balloons.
One with map sizes.
You probably just wake up in a forest. I don't know. I haven't played it yet, but
Yeah.
just barely got started before the podcast started. There's also Most Wanted. Every kill pushes you up the scoreboard, but watch out. The closer to the top you are, the more points everyone else gets for killing you. This is kind of interesting. Name your weapon. Demonstrate your personal specialty in this free-for-all. The trickier the weapon used to land the killing blow, the more points you get. Repeater is 1 point, revolvers 2, shotguns 3, maximum gun is 5, sniper tomahawk 6, melee 7, explosive arrows 9. And then there were other things that repeatedly said that your morals will determine the outcome of given missions. I think these are the story missions. So there's there were snippets in there, quote, whether justice is done depends on your honor. Also just point out saying, quote, a moral decision will be required in some of these missions. So that's kind of neat.
Okay.
Yeah, when you first start playing online, there's a kind of like online, there's a little bit of a narrative beat about who your character is and where they come from, and then the events that sort of propel you into the open world.
Yeah, that's like GT Online.
Yeah.
If I recall, the 5 years ago when we first started it,
Yeah.
it's like you just show up in San Andreas.
And they're
right?
like, go out there and make
Yeah.
sure you get this person, and then you immediately ride off and like jetpack into the
Yeah.
the universe.
Stabbing dead people. Yeah, your character just kind of stands there wordlessly while cutscenes happen around them. You're just nodding and grunting and stuff like that. Your whole posse shows up in cutscenes, or at least I was watching some people play on Twitch, and they had like a party, and they'd all just be standing there silently while everybody else is like talking.
That's fun.
Around them. Yeah, it's neat. So the progression is what I've mostly been super curious about. Having, we are very, very seasoned in GTA Online and just cramming shark cards into that thing so like DeLoreans fall out.
They had pre-orders for online-only content before anyone had even seen what Red Dead Online looked like as well.
Oh my
Really?
gosh.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
There was stuff that would give you stat boosts that
Oh yeah. You're
Oh,
right.
I don't like
You're
that at
right.
all.
for online that were already pre-orderable.
So I wonder when you can use those. What little mechanic I saw, the stat boost thing is Deadeye is not slow motion in online. You can equip these modifier cards to your like skill loadout so that when you pull Deadeye, it makes your health regenerate and everyone else in your posse. And then someone else in your posse can equip like a damage boost. So when they activate Deadeye, everyone gets a damage buff. So it's like you can strategize. I think they stack or they don't. It said one or the other. There's only one right answer there, and I don't know what it is.
50-50.
Yeah, right? I'll just go with yes. I'm going to put my chips down on that one.
But Deadeye doesn't slow down anything.
No.
Right.
Well,
It's
'cause
a
it
meter
couldn't.
and it burns.
Right,
but
because it couldn't. It would be
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
VATS in Fallout
Yeah.
76, right?
Yeah, they've tried to do slowdown in
kinda
online
worked in Max
games.
Payne 3.
Yeah,
If
like
two people dove at each other, it would slow them down.
Right.
right.
Which was kind of weird because if you were just watching these guys like go
Yeah.
through
I don't know. Oh, did Stranglehold try that too? I thought so. The John Woo game.
Yeah, I don't know if it was on. I don't know. I
I
never
think
played
it
it
was
online.
like it was like
Yeah.
you get it and it's only for you and everyone's just sort of like who's got it. I forget. It's been a long time.
Hey, Elon, how many achievements do you think I got in Stranglehold?
More than the average person.
600.
Like more than you deserve to have.
600 Gs.
Why is it bringing up? There's 3 books called Stranglehold that are popping up on Xbox.com and not the game.
Can you buy digital books from
Yeah.
Xbox.com?
I didn't know that.
I don't know.
Will
man.
Cortana read it to me?
Wait, how do I find this quickly? Well, whatever. This
What
is
if you
like-
didn't?
I could not.
What if
or
we
I-
just speculated on it?
What am I looking for? Stranglehold.
Stranglehold slow motion online is what you're looking for.
No, Stranglehold Sir Lar achievements is what you're looking for.
Oh, no,
You're not
no.
looking for
You're
him?
not looking for
Looking
that.
for
I don't want that.
How do I find the list of all?
You
my-
have what's
I used to just
Stiriden?
bookmark. Oh yeah, that was on Game Pass. I don't know, some shoot 'em up.
Well, anyways,
Comic
Deadeye doesn't
Con.
slow it down, and Red Dead
Of course
Online.
Yeah.
As we figured it wouldn't.
Yeah.
As I was, there's what the progression is what I'm really curious about because this has Rockstar got pretty good about making GTA Online a game you can play forever and still sink money into endlessly. Partially fueled by community content. There's no community content in Red Dead Online so far yet. Yeah.
There will be.
But it's tied into Social Club. I'm confident they can figure something out with that. What I'm curious about is that there are two currencies in the game. There's like US dollar, which is the normal single player currency, and then there are gold nuggets. If you get 100 nuggets, you get a gold bar, and then a little tooltip popped up saying you can like buy stuff before you'd normally be able to unlock it with gold. To me, that sounds like real money stuff. Like you could spend money to buy gold bars, but I don't think that's turned on yet. But I guess player boosts and stuff like that. The only thing that I'm concerned about with Red Dead Online is that, as usual, players could just drop $50, run around with like a suit of plate mail and 2 automatic shotguns, and just be like feeding boosts into their mouth like they're pills and just running around blasting everyone just because they can. And
I
it's
thought
fun.
the technological hurdle of the time would hopefully keep it kind of more of an even playing field, because it's like, I have a faster horse than you. It's like, okay, well then you can race faster, but I can still shoot your horse in the head. So
Oh, I see. Yeah.
whatever, my shotgun still shoots bullets. So
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's horse armor.
Well, I mean,
There
you can
might
buy,
be.
you can
there
get
should
better
be.
horses.
Yeah, there should be. Why?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't there be horse armor? Horse armor existed long before the Old West.
I know, it was in Elder Scrolls.
I think that might have even been a pre-order bonus. I know there's like
There
a
you go.
revolver that does more damage. There's some horse stuff. There's some boots that make you run faster or something like that.
The boots of flight.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wow. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, you played Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. Good job.
She's
What?
still
Oh, I
talking
did,
about
yeah,
your
I
achievements.
really like
I'm
that.
playing
game.
it on PC though, so those aren't my achievements.
Oh, is that why they're so
you
bad?
gotta look them up on Steam. if
Yeah,
you
because
can-
they're really bad here.
they're really bad. Yeah. I also played it on PS3. I had a review
But
copy.
was
on
it Shadowrun that I was looking for?
Stranglehold.
Sorry.
No.
Did you ever get to it or no?
Wait, how many
Well,
achievements you
it's
can
not in
shout?
order.
It was on PC, so I got some, not enough. That
A
game
lot
was
of
great on PC.
Bejeweled, man.
I like Bejeweled.
Yeah, I see that.
wrong with
That-
Bejeweled?
Yep.
Yeah.
You got 100% in Castlevania Lords of Shadow.
What are you looking at? There's nobody there. You're looking at a camera.
It's a good game.
It's okay.
Okay.
What?
76% in Fable The Journey.
I had to review it. Got through.
Lawrence.
What? I was actually thinking about Fable the Journey the other day.
Why?
So Fable the Journey to
Still
me is
didn't get that 100%.
What is Fable the Journey?
it's the Kinect game they
Kinect
made.
It was a
Fable
really
was
shitty
bad.
Fable
You
game.
gotta like, I remember you have to like summon up Icicle Blast and then throw them at orcs, and that's what you do for 3 hours, and then the game's over.
Remember what was it? What was the game
gotta
called?
feed an
Milo,
apple.
where you have a child in your living
It was
room.
never a game, but yeah,
Yeah.
a little British
I don't
boy.
remember that.
You don't
at all.
remember? Oh, you
No,
haven't.
no, no.
oh,
What? Oh,
it was.
man,
It was at the. It was back. I think when it was called the Natal.
Yeah.
The Connect like tech demo. Peter Mullen is like, we created a child and we put him on your screen.
Please
And-
give us
And
money.
the kid's like, are you my mommy? She's like, pizza.
Omar, hit me with that monitor here.
Are you gonna play
Science
it?
fiction writers, filmmakers,
Oh no.
they haven't imagined.
Wow, your
what
Peter
we're
Molyneux
able
is
to
very
It
good.
is really good. We
We've been
did the gameplay with
experimenting
Peter
with
Molyneux.
something
He
I'd
did
like
not
you
like
to
James.
No, he didn't.
James was
Avoid
trampling on his
Milo.
jokes. And James didn't like him either for the
He's
same
a
reason.
character.
So what you're watching here is a waste of money because this never came out.
Now play this game with the
This
cube.
is Claire. She's going
yeah.
to introduce
I like that game,
you.
We'll
actually.
make your dreams
Hi,
come
Milo.
true.
How you doing?
Hi Claire, you okay?
Yeah, right.
Actually,
Claire. Yeah, okay.
Bullshit.
Nervous? I don't believe it.
This is the first time that thousands of people.
She's talking into a green screen right now.
Thousands of people.
Here we're seeing
What?
Claire
There's
being
no way he could respond to that.
People
Emotionally
wanted to think
close
this
to
was
what's
real,
real.
and I remember at the time being
And that
like,
emotion
Billy, no,
reflecting in Milo's face.
not going to happen.
Those are all
Anyways, Red Dead Online.
Yeah, I read that on there.
I was thinking today you should let me.
Turn off Milo.
Where's Stranglehold?
I
was
just
like-
keep forgetting the name of the
Stranglehold.
game.
Have
Yeah.
you-
John Woo Stranglehold.
Have you ever lost a child? Buy my game and you'll get your kid back. You're like, the fuck are you promising?
Peter
Everything.
abduct my child?
We killed your child and we downloaded him into the game.
You
You're
can have his
welcome.
body, but you won't want it anymore.
This is art.
Yeah. With the power of Xbox 360, you'll have your baby forever.
So it,
I
yeah,
can-
Red Dead Online seems to take a pretty light hand to DLC right off the top.
Well, yeah, but we're gonna get it.
I wonder.
They're gonna hit us with it hard.
I have people are so skittish about that right now.
Yeah.
As they should.
With Diablo Immortal and what have you. So I wonder if Take-Two like did a rug pull right at the end, and they're like, we have all this monetization in the game.
You think so?
Let's just rip it all out real quick.
It is called a beta right now.
Yeah,
So
I mean, they'll roll it out slowly. Like they'll do
maybe.
like GTA did.
Shadow
But
Complex?
Yeah,
that's a great game.
Stranglehold.
Damn it.
I didn't 100% that one.
You got 80% on that.
Blah.
I
didn't
keep
wanna-
forgetting. I have short-term memory loss.
Alana,
Keep
Alana
being
is
like,
looking for
That's a game by Mormons for Mormons.
for our audio listeners. Alana is looking for the Stranglehold
No one
score
marked the game.
that Lawrence got for his achievements.
It was a lot.
taking a
We
while.
will be here all day.
Yeah, know.
I had
figuring this
to
out.
play multiplayer for that.
So I know a lot of people were upset, as they should be, with GTA 5 not having any single player DLC, much like GTA 4 did.
They were, yeah.
Only one to do single player DLC, if I recall, but for a GTA series game. But Red Dead, I was thinking about this last night. I was playing it. I'm at the end game part now. I really hope that they remake Red Dead 1 and make it a DLC for Red Dead 2.
Oh, you're not asking for much.
That's a really.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a
No,
lot.
no. Oh, I know. It's huge. But it would make a lot of sense why they haven't re-released the game or put on PC or
Oh, I
anything
see
like
what you're
that.
saying.
Well,
I
they
see what you're
did the
saying.
1X enhancement thing.
Yeah.
Does that count?
I don't know.
I see what you're saying. They may, like, instead of releasing Red Dead Redemption, the first one, on PC, they'll just give it to you as a DLC, and then it'll be on all platforms:
And that
Xbox
way-
One, PS4, and PC.
And that's how they guarantee you buy 2 games instead of just one. Because they're like, you need Red Dead 2 to play Red Dead 1 on next generation consoles. It's like, fine by me. That would be probably the best DLC they could do, is that they just give you a game that maybe a lot of people didn't play and you could replay it and a vastly superior engine.
Yeah, on PC.
I don't really see them doing that because Rockstar just doesn't tend to do that. I know.
They don't.
They'll re-release Red Dead 2 and have us all buy it again anyway.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, they're
and we
going to
will.
do that on PC, and we're all going to buy it.
And
again.
And next-gen
PS5
consoles,
and
Oh yeah, next gen console. You think they're going to do?
They're
yeah,
coming,
on,
man.
on launch. They'll be there real quick.
There's
right.
a lot of
Not, I
things.
mean, a year after launch.
Right.
Yeah.
9 months,
As-
was it?
So 3 years from now, they're going to release it on PS5 and Xbox 7.
3 years from now? 2 years.
2.
Well, I mean,
One
you,
and a half.
you said after launch, a year after launch, so that's going to be 3.
Yeah.
I bet Red Dead 2 could scale easier than GTA 5 did. In the sense that I think the game they built, it feels like they built it to a point and then rolled it back just enough to make it work on current gen consoles. But I feel like the next spec version is already there and probably working pretty well. I don't know. I guess depending on when the next gen hits, which I would guess like late 2020, that's what I'm guessing. I could see them having that for launch. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Trying to think how it was done in previous, like what was the separation between the Xbox 360 PS3 version of GTA 5?
It didn't.
a year?
It didn't. Yeah, it was about a year. It didn't come out on launch, but I think
20
they were like 8 or 9 months after.
2013 and 2014, right? Because it came out in 2013. GTA 5 did, and then 2014 was the.
Was it
consoles?
not delayed till 2014?
I know, it was
forget.
2013 was the console.
It did get delayed, didn't it? Yeah, the new
Yeah.
consoles came out 2013.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And then they
Jeez.
announced it at the following E3 or something like that at the
That's right.
Sony press conference.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it was like, look at that traffic. First person. Wow. That's what we all did.
traffic. First person. Wow.
Now do as Peter Molyneux.
I don't know. You guys worried about?
for you.
Yeah. We killed your child and put him in GTA. We didn't ask you to work here.
You left the door open.
Yeah. I just found my way in.
Do you like cubes?
Imagine he floats.
We met him and hung out with him.
Yeah, and he just hovered out of there.
No, I didn't.
He
Like a-
wears velvet sandals
Like
everywhere
a
he goes.
villain from Buffy the Vampire
I wonder what
Slayer.
a conversation between him and Mark Cerny sounds like.
Hell on
Unintelligible,
Earth. Yeah.
Unintelligible.
Sounds like two modems yelling at each
Yeah.
other.
I love Knack. He's like, I don't love Knack.
Why?
The end.
Why?
Does Mark Cerny still work for
Yep.
PlayStation? Okay. He's probably in a basement somewhere just putting wires together.
Grinding
He's a
away
very
on
nice
Mac
man.
4.
No, he's probably working on PS5.
Yeah, he would be.
I mean, sorry, Knack 5.
Did you guys remember they made a Knack 2?
No, PS5. No,
Knack Knack 2 was actually all right.
Knack 2?
Knack Knack 2.
Yeah, why didn't they call it Knick Knack? God damn it.
It was actually all right.
I don't know. It's like
Cerny!
it's like the whole Now You See Me franchise.
Oh yeah,
Those movies are not bad, by the way. I've watched them both.
they're named. They missed the boat on the naming.
Right. It's called Now You See Me and then Now You See Me 2.
Oh, you
But
mean
it's not
in-
even TOO.
It should be TOO, is what you're saying?
No, it should be now you
It's
see
the
me.
number-
Now you don't.
No.
What?
Oh my, come on.
I strongly agree with you guys.
I
yeah.
completely disagree. What's
Can I go
easier
sit
to
on that
say?
side of the table?
What's
Yeah.
easier to say?
What-
What's easier to say?
What do you mean?
Now you don't.
No, it's not. Now you see me too is much easier to say than now you see me, now you don't.
God, I wish I were in the room.
Now
for that.
you don't.
Argument.
What I love though
it's those
is
words.
so people are so disconnected from this franchise because they don't give a fuck.
Oh, you want to? No, Alana wants to just call it now you don't.
Well, yeah.
So
the first
it's-
one's called Now You See Me, and then the second movie's called Now You Don't.
Think of how nice that'll look on your
You
show.
can't capitalize on the franchise at all that way.
There's no franchise.
That's what I mean.
There is a franchise.
That's what I love.
After the
I
second-
love. I love that there was someone in the room who said they won't know what movie it is.
They were right. Unfortunately.
I'm sick of this planet.
Humans cancel.
That's the world we live on.
Oh, like people go, are they same universe?
Yeah, that's the world.
I don't know.
That's the world we live in.
The same people on cover, but named different.
Yep,
Hey, I saw
you're
Jupiter
right.
Ascending with Lawrence.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Oh God.
I'm glad
Why
you
did
got
you
that
show
out
that
of the
to
way.
her?
Why?
Yeah.
It's a great
I think
movie.
I asked.
It's not a great
maybe.
movie.
Which one?
It's a
Jupiter
Jupiter
Ascending.
Ascending.
it's
Ooh.
a phenomenal movie.
Wait, you
No, it's
didn't
not.
watch Hackers?
We did.
We did.
Thank God.
And Jupiter Ascending.
Yeah.
What'd you think about Hackers?
Hackers was great.
Thank you.
Yeah. I
So,
liked
like
Hackers a
so
lot.
bad it's good, right?
It wasn't even bad. It was just wrong.
Yeah.
Also, wait, I thought Angelina Jolie showed her boobs in that, but apparently
She does.
She
Did I?
Twice.
Well,
Where was I?
Blacked
yeah,
out.
she does.
Well, okay.
Damn it.
One of them's during a dream sequence, and then
Yeah.
the other one
She
is when
rips
the
the shirt off.
cameraman got really artistic, and she's wearing like a see-through
See-through
shirt.
shirt.
Oh, that yeah.
And there's this overhead. Look, I rewound the movie a lot.
Jeez, you
He's
really
right.
know.
Those are the two parts.
Yes.
How did I miss them
And I'm
both?
almost positive it's a blue Quicksilver shirt.
Damn it.
Holy shit. Okay, well, let's
She
talk about
no,
Red Dead.
she has that
Well,
too. Yeah, she absolutely has a blue quicksilver.
First,
Can we go back to Red
that's
Dead
no-
Online?
no bra.
once you hit the right scene in Hackers and you have to take a spell on your fainting couch, you'll want to make sure
There we go.
that you have furniture from Burrow, who is sponsoring this podcast. So it's Red Dead, man.
I know. I just love that
Everybody's
it's called that.
Palm to head forehead, back on the couch.
The vapors.
So Burrow makes clever, uncompromising furniture for modern life at home. As the days get shorter and the weather gets colder, you're going to be spending more time at home and on the couch. Amen to that. And make sure that's time well spent with a sofa from Burrow. So depending on what your living arrangement is, maybe you're living alone for the first time, but if you want to deck out your apartment, it can be pretty intimidating to go to furniture stores and like professional salesmen and stuff like that will run a game on you. I got hit with that. I was making couch payments for a year. It's a decent couch, I guess. But if I had the opportunity then, I certainly would have ordered from Burrow. So I got mine from Burrow. It came in like some like pre-sorted packages. It's actually pretty easy to move around. A lot easier to move around and get into the room you want than a full couch. And then you can assemble it. And it's just it's like a bunch of very easy latches and screw-in parts. And it's a pretty sturdy couch. Right now I use it as my changing couch for when I exercise. So I have something to sit on when I change my shoes. It's also handmade in North Carolina. So you can support the land of freedom while buying a nice couch. You can also get $75 off your purchase by going to burrow.com/dude. Once more, that's $75 off at Burrow, BURROW.com/dude. Luxury couches for real life. Thank you, Burrow, for the sponsorship.
My apologies. It was more of an aqua Quicksilver shirt,
Jeez.
but
There you
I
go.
found it.
But there's also like this black kind of mesh thing where you see her boobs. The Quicksilver
Yeah,
shirt is
I know-
there,
I
but
know
you
that
don't see her
picture
boobs
that you're
through that
talking
one.
Maybe it is the black mesh shirt. Either way.
Anyways, Red Dead.
She's
Yeah.
hot. Oh,
Yes.
Are you guys concerned at all about the? I don't know, because GTA Online hit this weird trade-off where like the grind was rough, but people seem to just take it in stride. Whereas with any other game, I think they would have been a lot more pissed off.
I think it's because it's an open world and you can do whatever you want. So I mean, like, to a certain extent, you can just run around and shoot people and fuck with things and like posse up with your friends if you want to, and then if not,
Just do races.
you could just slam into things. Yeah, there's a lot of different. They added, although they didn't have those for the first year, I want to say.
Yeah.
they didn't have the
They had
like
Rockstar
community
made
events
ones,
that
but
were
yeah.
just sitting there that you could drive
Yeah.
into. Before it was just an open world that you could fuck around in. So I'm hoping that the open world in Red Dead is the same way. I don't know that it is. So
Yeah,
Also, people were waiting for Heist, which was a big deal.
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't imagine they would not do that.
well, they do have a series. It does seem like there is a series of story missions in Red Dead Online at launch, which is kind of interesting.
Is it disconnected or connected to the Arthur storyline?
As far as I can tell,
Dutch's
pretty
game.
disconnected. It
Makes
might
the
be
most
connected
sense,
at
right?
some point.
It even opens up other parts of the single player that you can't really get to, right? Or yeah, because it says all 5 states. So because where I'm at in the game, I can't go to Mexico.
Yeah, you guys would know better. Lawrence and I are only like halfway through.
Mexico's not in Red Dead 2. Is
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, New Austin.
Like
I think
Texas.
it's
New
sorry.
Austin.
Sorry, you're right. It's not Texas. Or yeah, my bad. It's not Mexico.
Yeah, when you first start Red Dead, the whole map is revealed, which was I hadn't seen it all yet. So when I opened the map, I was like,
Yeah.
that's what it's shaped like. I'm only in chapter 4, so
I got to a really sad part where did you find Charlotte? Anyone find her yet?
Is she the top right?
Yeah, she's in the top cabin.
Yeah, she's like on top right of the map. She's this woman who's like
love
her husband died or something, and like you can like help her out. I went
Got
back.
eaten by a bear.
cool.
So I just found her dead in the cabin.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you. That just spoiled me. The
Well-
dude got eaten by a bear.
Oh no. Well, I'm saying like I think it was different for me. Like it depends if you go back at certain
Well, how you
times.
go back, I
and
guess.
I left her for a long time. Then I came back and it was just like gone. And I was like, fuck.
Oh,
It's
like
like
you
it's such a
didn't help her?
non-thing in the game, but it was like, fuck that hit me. Spoiler. Sorry.
you guys found
Rewind spoiler.
Have you guys found? Fucking, I don't know how do I. Have you walked into a house with like a murder scene in the house?
No.
That's what I thought I walked into.
Not sure.
There's a spoiler
What?
to that house that I'm not
Fuck.
going to say.
Okay, I don't know. We can't really talk about it. I thought mine glitched out because it was like this character's name was up there and went there and she's just dead on the floor. So maybe mine's fucked up. Like maybe a horse kicked her in the face or something.
That happened for me with the doctor dude, the robot man.
What?
Yeah, I think there.
Did you not find the robot man?
I haven't found.
There's
This,
a robot man?
you talking about?
I know what Omar's talking about, but I haven't because I've read about it, but I haven't.
He's like a Tesla analog.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
Is he the guy that you helped make the electric chair?
No, different guy.
There's
What
like
is that?
there's like an apparent like time travel subplot in the game too.
Shit.
Yeah.
There's a ghost town. Oh, there's a whole. Isn't it a ghost town or
Ghost train.
Ghost
I think we
train.
talked about this last time, but yeah.
Oh, somebody
Wow,
in Omar, somebody in chat saying you have to go back and show her how to hunt or she dies.
Oh,
that's
I
what you
did
do.
show her how to hunt though.
So
I-
she won't die for you then.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Yeah. That fucked me up. I went back there and I was like, who is this character? And I had to look it up on the wiki and I'm like, oh my God, that was so long ago.
Yeah.
And she's just laying on the floor. And then I went and picked her up and laid her by her husband's
Or
grave.
she starved to death because you didn't teach her how to hunt.
Eat a sandwich. Come on. Why is this my fault?
Well, you guys seem like you're gonna take Red Dead Online in stride, provided it's similar to GTA Online.
I mean, if there's anybody we can trust with it, I think it's Rockstar, right? Because GTA Online was pretty well done.
Yeah.
Even original Red Dead Online was fun. So
Well, yeah, it was actually free roam and stuff.
Felt kind of like an afterthought though. Like
It was.
It was the
tacked on.
Yeah. I mean, tacked on in the way Rockstar does stuff, but it was like the single player is really good. Mess around in multiplayer if you want. It's there. Have fun, and then you move on with your life. But if they learned anything from GTA Online,
Which they did, guaranteed.
it went from, hey, here's the thing we tacked on to, holy shit, this is a business model that now makes us a lot of money and is still getting more popular after it's been out for 5 years. We need to sustain this thing
Yeah,
somehow.
You can bet the suits that Take-Two, like early on, like 2014, were like, Red Dead's going to definitely have an online service, and it's going to be like GTA Online. So get ready.
Yeah,
Strauss-Zelnick.
Take-Two said all of their games will have microtransactions going forward.
Yeah.
So no matter what, they
Well, it's crazy because the
recognize
effort shows. There's introductory cutscenes. There's like fully voiced and motion captured cutscenes and stuff like that. There's a story. As I recall, most of that stuff was not in GTA Online when it launched. It was just like, here's a bunch of missions you can fuck around.
Yeah,
with
I
was-
people.
there was
It
some-
takes 20 minutes to log in. So it's already, well, again, it's beta and it's early. Today is only when people with the Ultimate Edition are allowed to
Oh, I
play.
see,
But
yeah.
I'm impressed that one,
It worked right
it's
away.
working amazingly right off the top.
Yeah.
And those are some of the investment things that people don't acknowledge. It's like if it looks and plays well, sure.
Mm.
But people don't think about the amount of money it takes to get servers up and running to handle all the login requests and stuff like that. So for a service like this, even on its first beta day, to launch pretty stably.
Well, on the first day, though, it's only for those who spent $150 or
Yeah.
whatever. on
It was
the-
$100. Yeah.
it's
I'm
that.
starting to feel like for the AAA industry that beta tests and beta weeks are short to test servers, but mostly marketing. I honestly think like we're doing a beta for a week is really just to get all the content creation. It's just another marketing point.
Beta is the new demo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It used to be demo. So they say, here's a vertical slice. Now they're like, you pay us to test our thing.
Also,
people
it's
are doing
going to
it.
be bad, so we call it a beta, but it's still going to launch like this.
I mean, well, the thing is, they,
it comes
they
out in a
took a
week.
page from indies on that one, on early access.
Yeah.
Because they were like, wait a minute, people are paying for ARC early access for 3 years for a game that's not finished and pretty much broken, for as long as they've been playing it. Why can't we do that?
Yeah.
And so now they are.
Well, it
also-
was.
Oh, go ahead.
sorry, no, you go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, it's also an early warning system about where to spend your time. So with something like Arc, if you put all this time into like making like this intricate crafting system around making food, and everybody's like, I want to ride the dinosaurs, and they're just pounding the table. Because you had it out and people are yelling about it now, you can adjust as opposed to making a full thing in a vacuum, putting it out, and hoping that people like it. And there's so much wasted time and effort.
I'll say the other side of it is, I guess, hasn't really been done like this since, but when Crackdown came out, the selling point was get to play the Halo 3 beta
Oh yeah.
if you buy Crackdown.
Jeez.
And so many people are like, it is so cool that the Halo 3 beta comes with a full game. That was so cool.
Which game had the Final Fantasy VII demo on it?
Oh, fuck.
There was some
Tobal number
Yeah.
2.
A lot of that.
Kingdoms of Amalur had a Mass Effect like skin. Like if you got that game,
Oh, I
you would
got
get a
that.
thing in Mass Effect 3.
Well, I got the Kingdoms of Amalur. No, I got the N7 armor in Kingdoms of Amalur.
Is that what it was?
Because I'm one of the 6 people who played Kingdoms of
I
Amalur.
love Kingdoms of Amalur.
It's actually not a bad game.
It's a good game. They have chakrams, Adam.
That's
many
written by a
achievements
baseball
did you get?
pitcher.
Yes.
It was written by Salvatore.
by-
I'm kidding.
How many
I
achievements
know.
you get in that, Alana?
But yes,
I got a few in that. You want to look?
it's cool
I got
because
a few.
if you play that game, it's awesome because it's like you're playing court evidence. Because
Yeah.
it's like this could be used in the fraud case against 38 studios.
Kurt Schilling.
Yeah, it was Kurt Schilling.
What's the fucking URL structure to see somebody's Xbox profile? Whatever, I'll figure it out. Don't worry
But
about it.
you had these chakrams you'd have on your
I
back.
had chakrams, yes. I did the dual daggers because they were pretty awesome
Also
too.
I
very
never
good,
played this.
also
I
very
did go
good.
and see Enemy of the State to watch the Star Wars Episode 1 trailer.
I mean, even before that, it was you had to buy QuickTime Pro to stream the episode 1 trailer online.
Oh my gosh.
You could see a part of Into the
Fucking
Spider-Verse as the end credits for
Venom.
Yeah.
For Venom, that's right. Which makes a little more sense, but Enemy of the State and Star Wars, that makes no sense at all.
The Final Fantasy trailer played before Spider-Man, which was the greatest day of my life.
Thinking about Spirits Within?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, I also saw that movie in theaters.
I did too.
Bad.
I remember going, it's okay, but there's no chocobos.
Yeah. I think it was just me, my mom, and some other dude who wandered into the wrong theater. I was there opening night.
Yeah, he's hiding from the cops.
I was the
'cause he
only
just
one, yeah.
Shot a diplomat.
Well, hey, Evangelion's coming to Netflix.
That's right.
Yes,
Pretty stoked
Yeah,
about it.
I didn't expect there to be a giant wave of people being like, "Oh yeah, Evangelion."
I think there's so many people who haven't watched Evangelion but like know of it. And now anime is slightly more cool and far more accessible that everyone's like, finally gonna watch Evangelion.
I was unsure. So I watched the trailer for it, and it said making its worldwide streaming debut.
I don't know what that means.
Well, where was it streaming before?
I don't think
Crunchyroll, I thought.
What
Like,
was it?
maybe
I don't
not.
think it was.
Funimation
Yeah, I don't think
had
that was.
Wait,
BitTorrent.
who licensed it? ADV back in the day, but I don't know who's.
I only
got the
ever
rights
watched it
to
on
Get it on
DVDs.
disc. Yeah, I don't know if it was streamed.
VHS pleb. You gotta catch up, dog.
I watched.
Maybe
it on
I did watch it
Adult
on
Swim.
VHS, to be
I
honest
don't
with
know.
you. I watched it
Make
back
a
in
throne out of anime VHS tapes.
I had two independent people message me last night when it went live. They're like, it's going. I'm like, is this who you think I am? Am I just Evangelion to
You're
you?
Evangelion man.
You're correct.
You have a tattoo.
I do have
Yeah,
a
you
tattoo.
must love it.
I must. It is actually, and it holds up. That's actually the cool thing. So I was like, yeah, I might rewatch it. I'm trying to
And
get
it's also going with the end as well, so they're adding the movie into.
adding the come in hand. Part's great.
Yeah, that shows
that was in the movie.
like that. I feel like that show meant something to you when you watched it when you were 15 or 16. Watching it as a 30-something is, especially if you're fresh on it. I'm curious how people will react to it.
I think it gives you a different perspective. Is the thing. You don't.
like
It's like you
weird
don't relate to
sexualized young
Shinji
kids?
anymore. You relate to the guy
The parents?
writing it and how he goes insane over the process of writing it.
He does go. It's true.
It's like watching someone's depression just bleed
That's a
into
good point.
anime.
I'd always heard the context of how that show was made, but I never watched it with that context in mind.
Yeah.
It was more like it was one of the first anime I'd ever watched, and it was a lot of weird and heady thoughts to drop on somebody grown up in a small town.
In Texas.
Yeah.
like, I relate to this boy and his giant robots and his disapproving father.
I too have this.
Like,
Yeah.
What else? What else?
He
just
wants me
hot
to fall in
14-year-old
love with my
friends
mom.
vacuum packed suits.
Oh, man, that's
Jesus
awesome.
Christ.
Yeah, like you will be in.
14-year-olds aren't like this.
We will stick you in this plug filled with liquid. Also, is the city underground? I'm not clear on it.
What else do we happen to talk about, Lawrence? Besides Red Dead?
It just has a lot of Evangelion in here.
No, let's just keep talking.
just copy and pasted it.
Ava 1.11,
Well-
2.22.
First of all, Bruce, if
You
you
must
want to
not
talk,
proceed.
you can save money doing that with Mint Mobile.
Okay, all right.
It's also sponsoring this podcast. Don't upgrade your phone this Black Friday / holiday season. Upgrade your provider and save yourself some money. This podcast is brought to you by Mint Mobile, who I've actually been using for, I want to say 4 or 5 months now. Mint Mobile is basically like a very cheap a la carte mobile service. It uses T-Mobile's network, or at least that was the case a few months ago, maybe different now. But it's a $20 flat, gets you 3 months of wireless service with 5 gigabytes of 4G LTE data each month, plus unlimited talk and text. Now, it's not unlimited. They bill you for data beyond that plan. But it's kind of up to you. If you can look at your data usage and see what you use. I always wanted unlimited just because I had that little nag in the back of my head. I never wanted to be throttled. You can never tread on this phone. But after I looked at my data usage and I was like, I never use over 5 gigs ever. So I switched to Mint and I've been saving crazy amounts of money ever since. And if you're not 100% satisfied, Mint Mobile has you covered with their 7-day money-back guarantee. So if you switch and you find out that your reception's not as good, you can just transfer your number back to your old service and you're totally fine, risk-free. So get 3 months of wireless for $20 and get the plan shipped to your door for free by going to mintmobile.com/dude. Once more, that's mintmobile.com/dude. So thank you, Mint Mobile. Adam, you reacted.
I have some breaking news for you
Oh.
related to phones.
What's up?
They said Google will reportedly open up Project Fi to iPhone, Samsung, and OnePlus this week.
Whoa, there you go.
That's fucking kicking.
Stabbing at the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, take that AT&T.
And Apple. Well,
Apple still sells hardware.
I think they piggyback off of other telecoms. I just thought it was a related story. Like, interesting. Like,
they totally do, yeah.
has been sort of the crappiest thing about Project Fi is that it's stuck on one phone, basically. I took my SIM card and I put it in the Razr phone. I got it to work, but then like MMS wouldn't work, and it would just stay because it bounces between, I think, Sprint and T-Mobile.
So for me
So-
and whoever else listening doesn't know what this is, what does that mean?
Project Fi is like it's almost identical to what
it's
Lawrence was talking about.
Google's cell phone service.
Yeah, it's actually a lot like Mint and like other. So that's like I love that it's opening up that there's like cheaper alternatives to Giant telecoms. That was me trying not to burp.
You got it.
There it is.
There it goes.
I keep drinking this Lucky Jack.
I know.
So
I don't
good.
know
What
every
is it?
time.
I got some.
It's that cold brew that Tori keeps getting.
Lucky Jack.
But it's got like a pirate ship on it, so he's like, "Arr, it's me, Lucky Jack."
You gotta drink some heavy fuel when you're out there on the seas.
Yeah. I get really tired around 4 p.m. I need a good Seattle.
at my desk all day,
Need a good Seattle brew.
typing and photoshopping.
There
A lot of
was
meetings to be in.
there was some pirate. Someone helped me out on this. I want to say it was maybe Johnny Bravo, some cartoon a long time ago, and they showed it as like a flashback scene where it's a bunch of pirates walking and they bury the treasure, and then one pirate and then like the captain says, like, "There we go, we bury the treasure," and the one guy goes, "What if we just keep the treasure instead of burying it?" Just shoots him in the chest and goes, "Any more questions?" I was like, that was a good point. What
know
did I
what
see?
that is.
I don't know what I saw that on. Anyway, if you could help me out, chat or anyone watching this.
Someone will need to know.
Anyway.
I had a little bit here about leak culture. Since you guys are talking about Red Dead and stuff like that, Smash Brothers has leaked, cracked open like an egg.
The full game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The retail copies were sold in Mexico.
Got it.
People were posting on 4chan last Wednesday, posting photos of the game, followed by a lot
Someone
of
also uploaded it to a server, but whoever was running that server shut it down, I believe. That
It's already
person
out
was
there
like,
though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too late.
They
But they were like, if I get rid of the source, it'll be gone. And
Has
they tried.
forgive my ignorance, has the Switch been cracked?
yes.
Oh, okay. I was unaware.
There is an unpatchable exploit that people found to dive into that thing and pop it open.
Wow.
Nintendo's
So, yeah.
had a lot of trouble over the years with people getting into their hardware.
I mean, people get in regardless. Nintendo's pretty good actually about buying time. Their systems are shockingly secure. But yes, they do get cracked eventually. Like 3DS took years, which
Yeah.
is unheard of for
DS was real quick.
Yeah. But okay, so the game's out there. Data miners have been taking hex editors to it and pulling out all the information they can. The game's 1,055 track soundtrack has been leaked in full.
What?
Yeah.
1,055 tracks?
Well,
Of
I mean,
what?
It's every Nintendo song ever made
and
then
others.
remixed.
So it's like Castlevania music.
Oh, wow.
Metal Gear Solid music.
Oh yeah.
There's everything. So that's the number of tracks. That includes a lot of like menu stingers
Oh,
and
okay,
stuff
gotcha.
like that
Okay.
too. But
All right.
that's a lot of music.
Yeah.
And I downloaded it. So
You're a lucky jack.
Yeah. I'm
So let me
feeling
explain,
sleepy.
Let me explain why.
Too
Because
splendorous.
there's a heart. There's a hurt deep in my heart that I carry to this day. So there was a game, a beautiful game once called F-Zero GX. Had an amazing soundtrack, a great soundtrack.
Yeah, it is good.
I downloaded a game rip of the soundtrack, and it had like full-length versions of every song. And
yeah.
each racer in F-Zero GX has their own theme song. And all of those theme songs are pretty good.
Sure.
One of my favorites,
Is?
Jack Levin, in case you guys are wondering. Jack Levin, everybody.
Wait, track 11?
Jack Levin is his name.
So it's not track 11.
No, I don't remember what track it was unnamed. It was a game rip, Bruce. They don't have track numbers.
Okay.
Anyway, it had 2 full verses in like a chorus and a bridge and a chorus. It was great, full song. Then I buy the official soundtrack and I say, well, good. I put my money where my mouth is. I don't need this pirated material anymore. But the official soundtrack only had one of the verses, Bruce. And ever since then, I've been missing that second phantom verse. It's gone. It's gone.
Have you heard of YouTube?
It's not there. It's not there.
I don't believe you.
Find me internet. Find me a version of Jack
Alana's gonna
Levin's
find it
theme
for
from
you.
F-Zero GX.
I know that's how Nintendo cracks down on gameplays and stuff, is usually by music.
That's just how Content ID works. Yeah, it
Yeah,
matches
that's-
waveforms.
Alana's going to find it. What was it? Jack Levin?
Yeah, Levin. So, but in terms of this has prompted the same old chestnut of like
Wait, hold on. Does that have the Wii menu music?
I don't even know how to search for this.
it does have Wii stuff.
Nobody's ever searched for it.
It has-
What you're typing in is no one's ever literally typed.
YouTube's gonna blast you and say like, "Congratulations, you're the first person to ever search for this.
No, that's
Here's
wrong.
$1
I
million."
got what you're after. Jack Levin specializes in research on murder, prejudice, and hate, sociology of
That's an
aging,
author?
and sociology of conflict at Northeastern University of Boston.
He also races
creating
hover
research.
cars,
He's 77 years old.
Man,
and he's
What
fast.
else do you want to know about
Not an
Jack
F-Zero
Levin?
GX. Ugh.
Do you just maybe have the name wrong?
No, I know the name, Adam. It was on my MP3 player for like 3 years straight.
Okay, but for the longest time, I had a Rob Zombie song on my MP3 player,
gotta look
but
it
some
up.
a-hole incorrectly
No, I know
labeled a Union Underground song on Napster.
Look, Jack Levin theme there.
And for the longest time, I thought I was into Rob Zombie, but no, it was Union Underground.
Perils of being a pirate.
I was like,
both of you two downloading illegally.
There. Was that so hard?
What?
This is the song.
You said this is not the full version, though,
No, it's
right?
not. It might be. It's probably not. It's gonna kick
Are
on
we
in a
gonna get a
minute.
copyright strike for this?
People are linking me
Probably.
like they found it.
Oh, are you kidding? Nobody knows what this is.
Good point. Not even YouTube. They're like, oh, you can have it.
It's
Good.
pretty crazy. According to the view counter, Lawrence has watched this 58,000 times.
Anyway,
That's impressive.
Whoever composed this is now homeless.
yeah, it's just some staff composer at Sega. I think.
Yeah, I don't think they get
This
royalties.
is what you like?
It was good in 2003.
This is what you like?
Teasing.
There's one that's 2 minutes longer than the other ones. Maybe that's it. But I don't have the MP3.
It's
but I
impossible
could
to
get
find.
it.
You're never gonna be able to find it.
I can't.
He said he couldn't find it.
Can't be done.
You check Bing?
Anyway,
Did you check Bing?
I'm keeping the
Spider-Man?
dump because it probably has full versions of tracks that when the soundtrack comes out, they'll just be curtailed like 30 seconds shorter. Anyway, it's a good track.
This is the part where Lawrence yells at the internet and none of us know what he's talking about.
Yeah, pretty much. So the leak of Smash Brothers has caused people to hurt themselves, like Johnny Cash.
What?
There's people who are like mad that anyone would leak anything because they can't stop themselves from looking at all of it and they hate it.
Oh, I see.
Like they would rather get the game beautiful and pristine, put it in, and then Miyamoto appears on screen and bows. And says, hey, thank you for buying a Smash Brothers. And then he pats you on the head. His little digital hand comes out and grabs your hair a little bit. They want that beautiful, pristine experience, and they blame the leakers for ruining that for them, even though they could just choose to look away.
They didn't have to look.
I don't know. It's some
dumb.
things tend to find you if you're just
That
on
would
the
be
internet.
like going to a movie theater and being mad that you saw a trailer.
Yeah.
Some people do that.
Well, no, that's a little different because
Well, I guess trailers are sanctioned.
well,
And they're also like supposedly
Marketing.
teasing.
you
materials.
do
Yeah.
not have a choice on the trailers because you're going for the movie. And if I don't know, sometimes you could be surprised and delighted. Sometimes you'd be like, I wish I didn't see that.
sometimes I
you
just
spoil
don't
the whole
look.
movie.
Do you really do that?
Yeah.
The
If
whole
it's a movie,
3 minutes sometimes?
if it's a movie that I want to see in full and I don't want to see a trailer for, then
Cool.
That's fair. Yeah.
That's it.
I think that is pretty cool.
the worst thing that could ever happen is you see a trailer, you see just enough where they go like Mortal Engines, right? Where it's like
Oh, yeah.
thing, you're like, okay, I'm interested. And then
They show the whole thing.
and then 2 weeks for the movie, like, this guy dies at the end. And you're like, hey, just stop it.
There are a lot of trailers that show the full plot, and I
Yeah.
don't need to see that.
So I would prefer that to like Ralph Breaks the Internet, which shows you basically no plot. It's just a series of like goofy scenes, and I'm like,
Yeah,
why would I go watch?
I'm okay with that.
Children's film.
Or Infinity War, where they put parts in that never happen.
But that's why I like watching Marvel trailers now, because they're all bullshit. They trick you.
They other trying to trick you. Also, Marvel, you've got a history of 10 years of movies. That's totally different than Ralph Breaks the Internet, which you've never seen before.
Sorry to get off topic though, but I'm just saying a trailer, you're strapped in a seat. You didn't ask for it, whereas this, you're seeking it out.
You're looking for it, right?
Also true.
I did this when
You're
Halo.
not seeking those specific trailers though.
What? No.
When you're in the cinema,
No.
the counter to what you would say is that you go in knowing that you're going to see trailers.
Gotcha.
If you don't want to see them, go in later.
I
Let's
guess
say you're just scrolling on Twitter and you see like screen grabs from people
Oh.
posting screen grabs of
Oh.
Smash.
That
and you're
sucks.
like,
Sure, yeah. Sure. That sucks. But I'm saying if
I didn't
like,
want to know there was PictoChat
I mean-
level.
look, I didn't know about any of this shit until you told me. So
Well, yeah,
I don't
so
know,
I guess
like-
I'm
Yeah,
the
you're doing it
insider.
to everyone.
yeah.
I think this is also like a very, very small problem
You guys
to
don't
have.
have 4chan as your homepage? Are you kidding me?
No. What? Because
That's you.
I think that these leakers are sort of, again, they're looking for it, number one. But number two, this is like a subset of a subset of a subset of a subset of people.
Everyone loves Mario, Bruce.
Whereas in terms of marketing materials, most people need to see that Mortal Engines is about some guy that dies at the end. Like, that's the problem, is that they're not marketing to the Super Smash Brothers guy that's already bought 7 copies of it. They're marketing to people who haven't bought the game yet.
Also, isn't this version of Smash Brothers just sort of a compilation of everything?
I mean,
Yeah.
haven't they all been?
Yeah, I
yeah,
thought they
but
did.
This one
this-
has literally every character.
But this one is like it's everything before it. And
The down flaps are different. The top wobbles are.
Oh well, some of the combat is different.
They're
but
mechanically
it's,
different.
It is still Ultimate Smash Bros. And that it is all of them in one.
okay, I just is like, is there anything like
Piranha Plant.
new that was
Piranha Plant.
spoiled
Are there
for
new
you?
characters? New characters, right?
Well, no. So, well, sort of. There's Omega fighters that are new. So, like Ken. But there are no new, like,
Karin.
fell sick.
Auron,
Chon.
Chon. Yeah,
Who are those people?
the Fire Emblem
They're
roster.
all from Fire Emblem.
Fire
always.
Emblem does
Oh, got
so
it.
well. So that's one of the weird things too, that everybody who bellows about it, they don't need to make another Metroid. Fire Emblem makes so much fucking money.
Fire
I don't know
Emblem's
why,
good,
but
too. It's good.
A lot of people play it.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of
They
my
do,
a lot of my
yeah.
friends play it, and I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Your what play it?
My friends.
I heard
Some
my
rents.
my
It's
rents.
like- Does
my
that
rent,
mean
you know, my
parents?
rents. My parents, they play Fire Emblem all the time.
Landlord
All
Bruce.
of my rents.
Yeah. Oh, is that short for
Yeah,
parents?
sure, for parents.
My rents.
Yeah.
Oh, I never heard anyone say that out loud. Good for you. Oh, speaking of Bruce saying things, I got some for you to read here.
Okay.
All right, so this is just skip this first. I decided this one should be the finale because this is somebody confronting this gentleman about his problem.
Dear God, that's a lot of text.
So this is from Alex Shepard is his name, which is incidentally, as we all know, the character who was in Half-Life opposing Force.
I knew that.
I assumed you knew that, but I didn't know that.
It's just a nom de plume there. So Alex Shepard has been doing a lot of work on the Silent Hill wiki, Silent Hill 4 specifically. So as it turns out, Silent Hill 4 is actually about male circumcision and how bad it is.
Oh, so it's like an allegory for male circumcision.
It absolutely
Just like
is.
2 is about, white
Also male
stuff.
circumcision.
Oh.
All of it is about male circumcision, it turns out. Alex Shepard is upset that we have not discovered these things yet. So
The royal we, I think he means,
Yeah.
not Funhaus.
Oh, okay, good.
So yeah, there's some articles here that have been screenshotted out. We'll just start with that one. And Omar, if you could, give us some chamber music. Thank you.
Where do you want me to start?
This one down here.
Just this block?
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Oh, he changed the lights and everything.
Yeah,
it's like
by
we're
the
in a fire.
I like
Wait,
the
hold on,
camera
there's one
makes
more.
it look like we are on fire.
So all I'm reading is this block. Oh, it's so warm.
No. Start with that one, and then it goes on to the back, and then also this.
Okay. This is from Alex Shepard. Where was this posted?
This is on the Silent Hill 4 wiki.
Okay, Silent Hill 4 wiki. Somehow, through an insane amount of sheer ignorance, stupidity, lack of common sense, and decades of Americans being severely brainwashed, circumcision was carried over to the 20th and early 21st century North America. It took North Americans hundreds of years to realize that mutilating babies' genitals without their consent wasn't such a good idea after all. Then again, it also took Americans time to stop killing Native Americans, witch burning, discriminating non-Christians, the non-religious and non-believers, slavery, racism, and lynching, female oppression, and LGBT oppression. So issues like male genital mutilation, animal holocaust, genocide, and slaughterhouses, mass fluoridation of drinking water, trigger-happy police brutality, wage slavery, and wealth inequality would also take time.
Makes
Silent
sense.
Hill, question mark?
Well, yeah.
Pyramid Head did
This
it.
is on the Silent Hill wiki.
Bit of an annotation.
Now I
so
can
yeah.
read it?
These get a little more Silent Hill related. This is more explicit.
Even worse, and to add insult to injury to circumcision survivors and victims, I'm one of them, the corrupt American and Canadian governments, even in 2015, refused to acknowledge and compensate circumcision victims and survivors. And all the boys and men who had their genitals mutilated without their consent and against their will are forced to accept it because the North American governments are so corrupt and barely care about its people. No public apology, no monetary compensation, nothing. Circumcision is now a controversial and serious issue. Many
Not that controversial.
many things in the Nightmare Hospital could be interpreted as horrific and traumatic circumcision metaphors and symbols, and as a result of a barbaric, torturous, and inhumane procedure which should be banned and illegal worldwide. And then he has pictures of the
Penis?
circumcision allegories in the game.
Okay.
They're very obvious.
Some captioned bloody forceps in a stretcher, possible phallic penis symbolism, possible foreskin symbolism.
Possible anesthesia symbolism,
There's-
syringes, needles.
And there's more. He also writes more. There's also a possibility that the greedy worm monster in Silent Hill 4 has phallic symbolism and may be symbolic of a circumcised, mutilated penis. The greedy worm monster appears throughout many of the worlds in the game, and it may be symbolic of a monstrous, circumcised, mutilated penis searching for its missing foreskin and the despair and horror of never being able to find and retrieve it. In other words, a man who feels violated and incomplete.
I mean, that is pretty fucked up.
I don't think that's what that's about. All right. There's one more there. And then he got into it with a little snip fit with one of the other editors, but we'll get
There's a popular theory in the Silent Hill fandom that Alex is secretly gay.
Okay.
The schism maybe symbolized repressed homosexuality. The schism's head is phallic, and this, mixed in with gynophobia theory, could be a symbol of Alex's divided feelings toward homosexuality and heterosexuality. Most men and humans are right-handed and masturbate with their right arm/hand. The fact that the left arm is normal and human-like and the right arm is twisted and claw-like may represent Alex's guilt for masturbating to men. This may be why the monster has a box-like genitalia. It is being punished for its homosexuality by being unable to masturbate to men with a twisted arm as punishment.
Look, sometimes when the author says the curtains are blue, they're just
they
blue.
can just be.
There's also a possibility that the schism is a circumcision, male genital mutilation metaphor. See also Walter Sullivan. And it is possible Alex was circumcised at birth, resulting in trauma. Circumcision has negative side effects and can result in a damaged and traumatized psyche. This would explain the schism's missing genitals and the bloody slit in its phallic and blade-like head.
Do we think that the guy who's writing this is or is not circumcised?
I'll give you a guess.
You get two guesses. Okay, so this is somebody left. This is on edits male genital mutilation. Little letter here. I guess I'll take the role of the other editor of this wiki. I don't quite remember the game being a lunatic anti-male genital mutilation rant, so I figured the article should probably be the same way and removed as such. Even if that section is found to be worth keeping if reinstated, it should probably do more than pay lip service to Sullivan's mental state, rather than being some unhinged polemic. So
wait,
there's your
more?
response there.
That's a good response.
Well, this is a response to the wiki editor.
Yes.
You're a fucking horrible human being for advocating genital mutilation, and 99% of Americans who advocate mutilating penises are fucking brainwashed morons. Circumcision can have a huge effect and huge influence on the development of a human being's psyche. It's the truth. What you are trying to do is erase American history and hide the truth. Seriously, don't be on the wrong side of history. It's like trying to delete the Holocaust article on Wikipedia, saying it's some anti-Holocaust or anti-Nazi rant. That's how brainwashed you sound, Alex Shepard.
Let's maybe find a different comparison. Just a thought.
Nobody's advocating genital mutilation. I'm against circumcision myself, but a lot of that section is entirely irreverent to Silent Hill. After describing the evidence that shows Walter might have been circumcised, there was no need to include completely irrelevant information about how barbaric American doctors were. That stuff belonging on websites dedicated to that topic, not a Silent Hill wiki.
I really think the person replying is very reasonable.
Yeah, they are. And then Alex responds, "You are so deluded. Silent Hill is all about exposing the atrocities of America. That's the entire purpose of it. It is a fact and truth that circumcision damages the male psyche, and it is part of a brainwashing dark ritual. And no, I won't remove it. Forced circumcision should be banned, and the American government, or Illuminati at this rate, should actually acknowledge it because it's an injustice to Americans. It also helps give backstory and understanding of a male genital mutilation in America. People need to wake the fuck up and realize what's happening to humanity." And then Alex wins. He stood there in his room with his arms up.
Wow. I did it, Mom. I speak for the Japanese.
Points to a picture of his lost foreskin.
Yeah.
I did it for you.
No, he. Oh yeah. He probably got his. He most likely.
What I'm not sure which side of it he's on.
I'm gonna go ahead and. I don't.
It sucks when somebody's position is unclear. You know.
Yeah.
Well, I know what his position is, but I don't know what his circumstance is.
I think his circumstance is that he is definitely circumcised.
He's circumcised and mad about it.
And I think somebody told him that sex was better with a foreskin, and then he got pissed.
I guess if he's listening to this, I could just tell him from my experience. I don't know, but it's like, as a kid growing up, it was more of a pain in the ass.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, because also being like, not having like any sort of guidance as a kid, because your parents don't want to talk to you about it.
Yeah.
It's a lot more common in America, though.
To be uncircumcised?
To be
circumcised.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
It's more of a, I guess, from what I've heard, it's like in Europe, it's like it's more common to not be circumcised.
It's more common not to be in Australia as well.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
A lot of hooded figures. A lot of anteaters rolling around.
Yep.
Little burritos. Yeah. Cozy little walruses. Just wearing little turtlenecks. Nice.
Ew.
They say hi.
I mean, look.
I just don't want to think about penises. I don't think that it's gross that somebody has a foreskin. Some days I do wish that I had a foreskin. Other days I don't.
I don't know.
I don't know that I've ever wished
thought
for
about it.
You haven't thought about it.
Nope.
I have.
Good.
I wouldn't say my penis is attractive, but if it had a foreskin, I don't think that would shove it down that side of the spectrum.
I don't know.
No offense, Adam.
No, there's none of taken.
Wait, you think it would make it less
monstrous
attractive?
dick. Yeah, if it had a little tip on it. A little blue.
Penises, in my opinion, are just not attractive.
Yeah.
They can be.
Neither are vaginas or other parts.
I disagree.
Once you open them up for business, and it goes like,
you cut the ribbon.
They don't have teeth in them.
You should go to a doctor about that.
You probably shouldn't. You maybe need to talk to somebody about.
I mean, it looks like the Kraken.
What
We've
vaginas
talked about this.
you're
It looks like the
interacting with.
inside of an octopus that ate a taco.
Speaking of that,
it looks like a bulldog eating mayonnaise.
Tipsy Elves might have
Octopus that ate a taco.
Tipsy Elves might have a sweater with that exact thing on it. So yeah, Tipsy Elves is sponsoring this podcast. Yes, we're back to winter clothes. Tipsy Elves makes novelty sweaters for the holidays and many other things.
They're very soft. I like it.
Yeah, so that's the thing that is hard to read on the podcast is that these are actually extremely comfortable and well made. We've gotten Tipsy Elves stuff in the past. They sponsored the podcast before.
I like them.
And they make really great onesies. Actually, I got an American flag romper that I fell off my roof in. It's got a blood stain on it now, but it is the most American piece of clothing I own for all of those reasons, and I'm awfully attached to it at this point. And Tipsy Elves made it, and it is so comfortable. And actually, a long time ago, Rooster Teeth partnered with Tipsy Elves and made a Funhaus onesie. That is my
way.
that is my sloth prison. Whenever we take our Christmas break, if we ever get it, I zipper that thing up and I'm locked in. It's like my second skin. And
I have a Rooster Teeth onesie that's very nice.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's the same thing.
Maybe.
It's just red and white.
But yeah, for your holiday parties, it's a little ripped. It's a little ripped
Hey,
gingerbread
shredded.
man. Nice. Got a little ginger
Oh, they're
abs.
fucking.
Yeah, they're,
Oh, wow, they are.
mine's just Santa with a sword on a unicorn.
Yeah, but
Cool.
he's got space shit going on.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's got a sword.
I don't know if mine's safe for work.
Well, there's no.
You're worried about that not being safe for work here, Adam.
We just talked about male circumcision for 10 minutes. Sorry, go ahead, Adam.
But they
This
also
one
have
is safe for work.
they have like day glow ski suits if you want to look like an 80s bully on a ski lodge. It's everything you could ever want. They even have interactive sweaters, so you can play like beer pong on your sweater. There are little cups on it that you can try to throw
They
balls
still wear
into.
those sweet glasses you always wear when we play Cyberpunk games?
Yeah.
Okay.
They made those too. So yeah, there's a lot of great shit at Tipsy Elves. You can get 20% off your entire order by going to tipsyelves.com using code DUDESOUP. Once more, that's tipsyelves, tipsyelves.com or use our code DUDESOUP at checkout for 20% off your entire order. So thank you, Tipsy Elves, for the cozy sweaters.
I love them.
I'm
Yeah.
keeping it on. This is
They're
nice.
actually real nice.
Yeah, very soft.
It's got this new sweater smell though.
Does it?
Wow. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, take a big old whiff. Let's see. I think we got time for Cyberwatch real quick.
All right.
Yeah, it's time for a hot update. Cyberwatch. Gotta love it. We're still on it.
We have time for Cyberwatch and hard netting?
It's a real short.
Cyberwatch it's just a paragraph. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, Bruce. The world turns on Cyberwatch news, but Cyberpunk news, whatever. So there was an investor call with CD Projekt Red.
What happened?
An investor asked basically about Red Dead 2. What have you learned by monitoring this event, and have you drawn any lessons which may benefit Cyberpunk in regards to fine tuning the game? So Adam Kaczynski, apologies to the country of Poland and their beautiful language if I slaughtered that, actually provided a really thought-provoking answer. Didn't actually say much, but still thought-provoking. He answered, this is the CEO of CD Projekt Red, answered a fairly provocative question, isn't it? Without a doubt, quality is of paramount importance. We strive to publish games which are as refined as Red Dead Redemption 2 and recent Rockstar releases in general. That game is excellent, by the way, and we are rooting for it. Rave reviews, excellent sales. But what does that teach us? Well, it teaches us that we need to publish extraordinary games, and that's exactly what we are planning. Gamers, it seems, tend to focus more on hit releases. There's only so much time one can devote to video games, and while their gaming community is growing, time cannot be stretched. There is, well, maybe not a surfeit, but a fair deal of good games out there, and playing them consumes a lot of time. So it pays to be among the best. That's how you get a nice fat slice of cake, business-wise, and the same cannot be said for the lower leagues. In summary, we are rooting for Rockstar and for Red Dead Redemption 2, and we're happy to see that excellent games continue to sell well.
That was a really nice way of saying "fuck you."
Oh no!
Well, no, because the guy asked a dumb question.
He kind of did.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're aspiring to be Rockstar.
Yeah, I think he's making the point that making a good game isn't enough anymore because there's lots of good games. You have to make a world-ending cataclysmic game so that, like Red Dead, everyone rallies around it and buys it just because it's part of the moment. You have to create those things. Kind of like watching Infinity War.
They also, the account tweeted on Monday.
Huh? More than a beep?
I think it was just another beep.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It might be one of those.
Well, they tweeted just something related to Cyber Monday. I assumed that there would be news.
Nope. So yeah, I like because as a consumer, I've certainly gotten the impression that there's too many good games to play, and they're getting longer and bigger. So it's like this release season, like Battlefield 5, it's just kind of a whisper.
Yeah,
it's been overridden. Same with like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Like people are playing it, but it's not
and loving it too. From what I've seen on Assassin's Creed.
But like Red Dead just stole all the air in the room, which is odd, especially given that it's a game that has an odd amount of friction in it. Like it's not super easy to play. It's very story focused and slow paced. These are all things that you wouldn't expect of like a game of the moment type thing.
it's a cultural milestone though when South Park does a parody on it or even mentions it in one of their episodes. Like the only ones I can think of before that were when Xbox One, PS4 came out, the Wii U, just the Wii.
World of Warcraft,
Maybe World of Warcraft. Yeah,
Guitar Hero.
Yeah, like those I think history will agree those were historical moments in gaming.
Yeah.
Whether you want to admit things like Guitar Hero or not, like they were very popular for the time. But like the fact that they made an episode about Cartman freezing himself to wake up when the Wii comes out because he can't wait any longer is like, that's like a nice big seal of approval. What it's like, these guys usually have their finger on the pulse of like what's cool. And they did like, I actually haven't watched the second part of the episode, but they did a whole episode about where everyone's just talking about Red Dead the whole time.
They did multiple episodes.
Yeah.
They've done Pokemon before as well.
Yeah. A Chim Pokemon.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Shoo. He's my favorite one.
All right, let's net hard. Omar, hit me with that drastically different bumper.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same.
No, it's
I swear that music is the same. I don't know that it's different at all.
You need to. This is what old people said about rap music, Bruce. It's the music of the future. Just because your old ears can't listen to
Those
it.
tracks are from like the late 90s.
Yeah, they're really old. All right, so the previous winner is Ouija number 1, who wrote this paper talking about the aerodynamic nature of big ol' anime titties.
I'm glad that we crowned that one because the other guy gave up. Pokemon.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
his
think
body
he might have
gave
given
up.
because of us.
No.
Oh,
Because
because
of
too much
us?
He
pressure.
might have.
I'm sorry.
we did that to him? Oh, fuck.
We might have. Yeah.
So this is up against. I have a 25-minute video, and we're not gonna have to watch the whole thing.
Darn.
But it's a 25-minute video of a speedrunner describing his half A button press technique
Oh.
to getting the Watch for Rolling Rocks star.
It's got 3 million views.
It's a lot of technique here.
Yeah.
So the wind up is.
In this video, I'll be explaining exactly what I do to collect Watch for Rolling Rocks in 0.5 A presses. But first, we need to clear something up. Because every time I post a half A press video, I get the same comments over and over asking what it means, even though I always have a whole paragraph in the description explaining it. Which even
down
This
starts
is what
with,
being a
if you're wondering
YouTuber
what
is.
a
It's
half A
like,
press is,
I don't
read
need
this
to tell
before
you this,
commenting to
but
ask.
some motherfucker's
But
gonna
maybe what you
complain.
guys need
So
isn't
here's
a
the
paragraph.
information again.
Maybe you guys need an example. So, consider Wing Mario over the rainbow. Not even
Yeah,
a
this
full
is-
star.
this is old,
Just consider getting
but
to that
whatever.
cannon
I mean,
platform,
it's still- it
which
is.
is a necessary
Someone in
part of getting
millennial
a
in
star.
chat was losing her
So,
mind.
It's got
how
3
many
million
A presses?
views.
I've never seen it before. I'm sorry, audience. This somehow escaped me.
So he goes through the nomenclature of what a button press is and how you can
Okay.
have a half press. This was part of a whole initiative to beat Super Mario 64 without pressing the A button. But then people somehow it got more complicated than that because they're like, wait, what does that mean? And people are like, just don't press the A button. You're like, no, we need to figure out what that means. So like, do you beat the whole game with the A button held down? Because that changes some things.
Oh, because you're not-
Can you let it go? Does that count as a press? So this was part of that process.
face.
And this is a pretty old meme of like this dude painstakingly, but very well, actually explains a number of very, very minute mechanical things about Mario 64, including these little bugs that chase you, and then they have to bump into you and update their zone of patrol.
Oh my god.
And then you got to like chain them over to another area of the room where
He goes to, when he closes his eyes at night, he sees this.
Yeah, he just sees graphs.
He sees blocks
And buttons.
and hats.
Oh, he made a whole graph, a whole spreadsheet recording all of his frame data for getting a star about how to do it in half a press rather than one whole
I
press.
actually love this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's
That's why I
intense.
like Platinum as a studio so much. Is they're like, it's precisely 0.61 seconds after a player hits a button that the animation should execute.
I guess the
Goddamn
devil's in
right.
the details.
So yeah, that's
What?
3 million views on 25-minute video telling you how to get a star by hitting the button or holding the button.
Okay, so is his thing that he holds the button the whole time?
Well, that's what the half press is. If you come in with the button held down, it's considered a half press as opposed to a full press.
What?
And now he's going through all the different ways that Mario behaves physically.
Look at that crap. That was impossible to read.
Yeah.
Whatever that was impossible.
So I think part of it is like if you squish into the bottom. Oh yeah. So there's speed graphs based on the angle that you're moving on.
So wait, hold on.
and
So that means he made it through without pressing the A button, but he was actually holding it down?
It was a half press. Yeah. You got that with a half press.
So a half press meaning he held it down and let off for a second?
No. He held
You
it
should probably watch
down
the video.
to do something. Yeah. It's only 25 minutes, Bruce.
Yeah, what are you doing today? Come on.
Oh,
work to
that's
do?
right. There's also a thing where like if you like push against something, you build up momentum in the opposite direction. So if you push against this for a full day, you will it will build up speed and then you can rocket somewhere
A
else.
full day?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was part of their attempts again to beat the game without pressing the A button once. So
Is it possible? Did someone do it?
I don't think they have gotten to 0 presses yet. I think it requires like some trickery that has been ruled
You need some
disallowed. Actually, let me
Somebody's solving like a really famous math equation, except that it's Mario.
and doesn't
Yeah.
help anyone.
No. Well, I was gonna say sometimes Gavin will do the slow mo guys videos, and he'll do like a really educational episode on like diodes or like how like TVs operate, and like people always post, oh, they showed it in my science class because it's sort of Gavin just doing like a really educational, like a Bill Nye level
And then
thing.
this one where he
this
puts
is
Dan in a
useless.
bowl.
This is for nobody.
Yeah, it is.
Which I love because it has 3 million views. That there was controversy around this.
Wow.
This goes back to that thing I always have, that vision of when our great ancestors were dying on a battlefield, and they're like, and they realize they're dying, and in their last breath they want to say, God, just show me that
Show me the future.
Show me that the future generation will have the freedom I'm fighting for. And then it's this guy going, so if a lot of you guys are really upset about the A button, he goes, oh fuck.
Even though it says in a full paragraph in the description.
Then he goes, I want to live.
I saw your comments again. You can
Okay.
shut up. I wrote it in the description again.
Well, I do love that this is a thing, though. I love that all other problems have been solved, that we can focus on the minute problems like
It's
this.
just basic psychology. It's like when all of your needs are met in terms of like food and shelter and all that other
You're going to
stuff.
find something to complain
Then
about.
you can learn about scuttlebug transportation, scuttlebug raising, hyperspeed walking, and parallel universes.
This is how humans evolve, though. I mean,
Is it?
first it was we cooked meat,
I think
and that
this is-
made our
This
brains.
might be backwards.
What? No.
This might be devolving.
No.
Oh, hey, he gave a rundown of his time. Time to task, 12 hours. Time to record, manage, 9. Time to create uncommented version is 31 hours. Time to add visual and commentary,
No.
75 hours.
make this one video?
There's something wrong with this guy.
I mean, hold on. I don't think there's actually much difference between
the
this guy
uncommented
and the competitor.
Oh,
The-
no,
the
I
air-
don't. Yeah, no, I think there's
Yeah,
something
you're
wrong
right,
with
you're
both of them.
Oh no, both.
Yeah, no.
I think they're very similar, though. Where
I mean, he's not helping anybody either. So
Well, he's helping me.
I mean,
I'm going to reference that.
I think both of these gentlemen are
how do you know they're both gentlemen?
No, you goddamn sexist.
both of these. They are men, but both of these people they're making math fun. They're making graphs fun. They're making information fun.
No, they're not.
Oh,
Okay, if I in maths class as a kid had been learning about maths and algebra with titties and Super Mario 64, I would have been way more
did you
interested.
say math or maths?
Maths.
It sounded like Mats. Was there an
Jesus,
H in
Mats.
there?
I like when they say maths.
I'm not mocking. I was surprised.
We
it
don't
wasn't-
mock-
We
Mocking
just
at
say
all.
math. It always throws me off.
Well, there's more than one if you think
It's not
about it.
mathematic. It's mathematics.
Yeah, that's right. Mathematics and then math.
I mean, I still got a D in it, so whatever.
all right, sorry. We need to vote.
Yeah. Who's voting for titties? Bruce.
Titties.
Titties? All right. Alana? Titties or Super Mario 64?
I think I'm still going for titties.
Wow. Damn. Okay.
Wow. I was giving to Mario.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Should've gone for
Go
titties.
ahead. Throw your vote
It doesn't
away.
matter. Just like that video.
3 million
Oh,
views.
He's talking
he
about
monetize it?
overflows.
I
Ah,
hope
good
he
for
did.
you.
I mean, I am very impressed, but I'm less personally invested.
I'm not impressed. I wish he had dedicated his time to something.
I
I've
care
also
much more about
useful.
the aerodynamics of titties.
Yeah, they're important.
Yeah.
I mean, those aren't real,
sweet, sweet
though.
graphs.
Mario's real.
I mean, they're closer to being real. Look at how big they are, though. Damn.
That's a drawing.
The shape is
She's
very
real.
odd, but it's
I
fine.
feel bad for all the audio listeners. Every hard netting. I feel bad for them every single time.
Wouldn't she have to like kink her hips way back
Audio
to
listeners,
balance?
you got to
Oh,
look
whatever.
this up.
Oh, she's got back
we'll
problems
put,
for
we'll
sure.
put links in the description on the YouTube video so you can look.
All right, well, that'll round it up for today's YouTube. We've got a couple of announcements. One that I meant to make last week and totally forgot. Alana is now hosting and producing Google Trends. She is the trend mistress, trend master.
Sexist.
Sorry. I don't know.
I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
I don't care.
I still called you a trend master, whatever.
We also have the holiday special coming up with Rooster Teeth. We're going to be in that. We're working really hard on our number there, so make sure you guys tune into that. We've been doing rehearsals every night.
What day is that?
What is that?
It is a live Rooster Teeth
Thursday.
Christmas special that's airing, I believe, on December 13th.
Crap, we got some work to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you guys
don't-
are gonna, you've been practicing those dances for a while. So.
Yeah.
We'll see. Oh, can you play that video? Oh, that's not the video.
No, I don't.
I want
Yeah,
to
I'm not sure what this is.
follow.
Oh yeah, this is them asking for us to make a promo for it.
Oh.
It's going to take time out of our rehearsals, but whatever.
Yeah, I have to wait for James to get back.
And then next Friday, launch day of Smash Brothers. We're going to do another drunk gameplay.
Oh, that's right.
Super Smash Brothers. It's going to be exciting. I got to
This is
figure
gonna be
out
your first one.
It is.
It is
Yeah.
And it's a fighting game, which I can't play very well because of my wrists.
Uh-oh.
Is there a type of controller that works better for you?
Microsoft just made that one.
We bought-
play with your elbows.
Oh
great.
yeah, you can
That'd be
use
great.
that.
I just need breaks in between.
Okay. Oh, you
There's plenty of breaks.
snap those hands.
Also, you don't have to play hard
lobster.
either. You can just kind of run to the middle and just like stand
How
there.
fucking dare you?
You'll see. You'll see what I do with Jigglypuff.
Okay, I'm Cubby, so I do a lot of flying.
I stand in the middle and sleep and sing.
It's a real
Very
dick
Bruce
move.
Green of you, actually.
I think I'm trying to.
That's because I'm bad at everything else.
Oh, I gotta find the Pikachu onesie.
Oh yeah, you do.
I don't know what happened to it.
Oh, I can. We can set you up.
Yeah,
It's
we
all
can
right.
just give you
At one point, I had 2 of them.
I have a Jigglypuff shirt I can wear. Nice. I'll pull that out.
Yeah,
We
I
got
thought
all
about
the-
getting costumes, but we did that last time. I got to come with something.
I mean, costumes are great.
they are.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to order a onesie.
I mean, you could just be Black Panther again.
That's a
basically
one-time
in
thing.
He might be in Smash Brothers.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.
Hey.
I'll do it for the podcast this week. If you're watching live, post show's coming right up. I just realized I forgot to harvest fan art for that completely.
Uh-oh.
Whoops. Well, whatever. We'll just hang out with you guys. All right. Thanks for watching. Podcast. See you again next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Like, I think you're allowed to just like stuff and you don't have to be a complete expert in it. You're allowed to like many things. And I think that's probably one of the greatest things life has to offer is many great things, not just doing the same thing over and over.
Because games are getting more and more popular, they're mainstream. I expect that at a certain point that will stop being a thing. Instead of games being like an identity thing,